Would you care for some tea?
And here we go.
If I punch you, it's going to be most unpleasant!
Great Odin's raven!
This doesn't be possible! It'll get you drunk!
Starting to smell a little like danger in here.
I can't take it anymore!
The whole childhood wonder stage just flew right past you, didn't it?
Hello, good morning. This is the first mocking it's been a while. Sure, Tara. I'm not going to give you any explanations.
We give no explanations. We take no answers. Even from call centre clerks.
There's four of us today. There is.
1, 2, 3, 4. There is 4 of us, and I can count to 4.
I can't really see we're only gerbils.
And my day's going to get difficult.
Yep.
So yes, we're back with the lock-in. There's me, here's Grufflock, I'm your host. And to my left...
Make an L with your hand.
Yes, you're actually to my...
Hit your mother.
Scare something.
Eat a gerbil with your eyes closed.
No.
Do it. To my right...
It's Stuart Stark Aegis. I'm really worried about what he's going to say to me now. Do the next person quickly.
Never! not what I can say. Rob, did you have a good workout this morning?
I did.
Did you? Did you get sweaty?
I know how to fix this.
Hot. Robamus!
Stop it!
That's a strange noise for a mace.
Well, you know, I have to get one on the cheap.
Cheap mace.
Actually,
And
Cheap base, it's
this morning,
empty Pepsi bottle.
that sound was quite happening quite a lot because I was hitting myself with plastic nunchucks.
Whatever turns you on.
so,
Apparently, that was my warm up. I had to do nunchuck exercises.
doing a warm.
I was like the idea of his warm hit himself with nunchucks. Right, we're going to have some fun tonight, lads.
I'm going to man up and hit myself with the head.
By any chance, whilst he's warming up, do the rest of us just sit there with the pipes?
Of course we do.
Do it harder, boy! You call that beating yourself up? I want to see bruises and blood before I see anything else.
Look at you, your testicles haven't even woke up yet. Harder.
Get those pants back on! I don't see a black eye! Get on with it!
Anyway, I think you should introduce our fourth because we're just rambling on as we do. Can't even do the introduction without Miranda off.
Who cares about introductions? We want to know about Rob beating himself up.
We'll do it as a separate podcast.
Okay then.
3 hours of us talking about Rob beating himself.
Wouldn't be difficult. And directly in front of me is...
Me. Hello.
Hello, mate!
I'm Ross, aka Deadhead Driven.
Name's too long, you know, DHD.
Oh, no. DHD. I sound like a dead red drug.
That's what I was saying.
Hey,
Quickly!
I'm a dead red drug.
Rob, get some DHD into you!
Got me DHD, man! I need to get it.
DHD
Girl.
DHD.
No thanks.
Hell of a drug.
PhD's a hell of a drug.
I don't remember putting my feet in Rob's face. Yeah, I remember putting my feet in Rob's face.
Do you remember why you did it?
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it!
So yes,
Get on with it!
there's 4 of us here today. It's not going to be a very long show, just a couple of things. I want to get listener questions, and mostly I want to get out something that Brian Kilby and the Radio Free Cybertron people did for us.
Ooh.
Radio Free Gobatron.
Ew.
It was meant to be for our April episode.
You have issues now? Well, no, I have issues.
We all have issues.
Everybody leaves.
By the time we get to the 1-year anniversary of this, Rob is going to have issues, aren't you?
Or people listening could just transcribe the episode, write it down, and pretend they're reading a magazine.
That's true.
Therefore,
That
we're
would be
in issue.
awesome if a little sad.
Yes.
Does this mean we have to release pictures of ourselves
No.
just to put in the magazine? You'll need a front cover. This month, what is Rob wearing?
Not much.
Bruises and sex.
I can
No one wears sex.
Well, no, actually, I'm not going to go into
He's
that.
the good-looking one in this. He knows how to wear sex.
Moving on.
Please.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna go over to the Radio Free Gobatron right now. Enjoy.
This is Brian Kilby from Radio Free Cybertron. With me, I have, in no particular order, Ender, XV, JD, and Rob Springer. All
That
from
sounds like alphabetical order to me, Brian.
Ender, yeah, that's basically alphabetical order by first name. So way
Nice.
to go.
Nicely done by accident.
Yes. But this is the Radio Free Cybertron crew. My buddy Grufflock asked if we could come on and talk about GoBots, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We are all big GoBots fans, except for JD, I think. Do you like GoBots, JD? I've already forgotten.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's your favorite GoBots episode?
Well, I mean, you can't beat the original War for Gobotron. Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite episode, and I really don't know how they did this, but when Hanna-Barbera had GoBots cross over with Huckleberry Hound, I was really impressed by that. The fact that they actually made it plausible and it was somewhat entertaining. It's, they can sort of do something sort of like a kitsch sort of way where it's ha-ha funny, but I actually believe that Huckleberry Hound was in trouble, and the GoBots rescued him. It was amazing.
Well, of course, GoBots features Frank Welker's best performance ever
Totally.
as Scooter.
Yes.
I mean, nothing compares to Scooter.
No. I mean, it's top notch.
Scooter is the most memorable voice from the show.
Oh, Luda Ruin, where we going?
Exactly.
Yes.
And he occupied a meaningful place in the show as the one GoBot who couldn't shoot. I mean, that was just so deep, that really pulled everything forward. And it really gave a compelling element of danger to the show that a lot of sidekicks didn't give in that era.
One thing I didn't like about that, though, in the Deke version of GoBots, the human sidekick actually pulled a thorn from his foot, and he's able to shoot again. What's up with that crap?
That was pretty weak.
Yeah, well, even GoBots get a little biblical from time to time.
Exactly.
Prime had his little stigmata wound, and GoBots had that.
That's totally true. What about the toys? I mean, the toys some of them were memorable, some of them were hit and miss. I mean, I really like the ones that you got as bootlegs because they were eminently bootleggable. I couldn't tell what were bootlegs and what were real as a kid.
Yeah. Well, Psykill I remember being particularly amazing just because it was so sturdy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That toy could just take anything.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I mean, it was solid.
Go ahead.
Good. Well, I was saying, my big favorite GoBots memory, of course, is the Rock Lords. I mean, who could forget War of the Rock Lords? I mean, Telly Savalas. Margot Kidder, Roddy McDowell. I mean, what an amazing cast.
Yeah. It was basically, what is it, Challenge of the Rock Lords, or is it War of the Rock Lords.
War of the Rock Lords. I saw War of the Rock Lords in the theater.
Did you? That's awesome. Did you actually know that it's a retelling of Seven Samurai?
Really?
Yes. I mean, I figured you being a Kurosawa aficionado would know that.
Yeah. I didn't catch that at the time, but now that I think about it, I totally see it.
Yeah. A little bit of Hidden Fortress in there. It's pretty sweet.
When people talk about Peter Cullen being Prime all the time, they always forget that he was Pincher and Tombstone. I mean, those were some big names in that show.
Toys, though, I really like the Mega GoBots. Or is it Ultra GoBots?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I like those because we actually got fully articulated versions of the original wave of toys. So that fully articulated Leader 1, it was 14 inches tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe that's an embellishment, from my memory as a child. But I just remember it being massive. He had articulated fingers. Damn good.
Well, then
how about
the bases? What about the bases? That's something we didn't get from Transformers at all. They had those big base figures.
Yeah. It was like the equivalent of the USS
that
Flag.
Thing that it was nothing like an AT-AT at all.
Yes.
I mean, the line was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
The thing I remember liking the best about GoBots was, I don't remember the specific name of it, it's been so long, but it was these 5 lions that combined and transformed into a great big robot.
Yeah, I think that was GoBots.
Yeah.
Which GoBot was it that lived under the swimming pool, and he had the little pod that the guy jumped in and flew into it? Which
Oh
GoBot
yeah, I remember that dude. Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite, most vivid memories of GoBots is what was the awesome name they had for the planet? Wasn't it Gobatron?
Yes.
And it looked like a half-eaten apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was kind of, a little reminiscent of the Death Star at the time, but I guess that's just like, RC's Leia buns.
Yes.
You know what my favorite part of GoBots was? You guys remember that subline of vehicles that could turn into like other vehicles, like the car that could turn into a jet, and the helicopter that could turn into a plane? Those things. Mm-hmm. Those are great.
Yes. Yeah, we're all big GoBots fans. I mean, it's justifiable. Yeah. I mean, GoBots really were ahead of their time.
It's a wonder we don't see more of them today.
I wonder if there's actually...
Well, there was that big GoBots revival in like 1993 where they tried to bring it back.
Yes, true.
They repainted all those old ones, and then toward the end we got even some like modernized ones.
Mm-hmm. They came in those really awesome colors.
Yeah.
Like,
love me some orange, and I love me some orange.
Yeah.
The names were so good in GoBots. It was really compelling. I mean, all those Coptor and
Cykill,
Turbo.
Yeah.
They were, just really evocative.
And the
Leader 1, I mean, that wasn't derivative of anything I can think of at all. Like, that was really, a unique kind of name.
And like the original combiner in Transformers was Devastator. I mean, that's like, it's an okay name. But in GoBots, it was even better. It was Puzzler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had Puzzler, and that was just a great toy. It was just well made. The car modes were all fantastic. The robot modes were even better. It made perfect sense transforming it and combining it. Great toy.
I just can't stop saying good things about the GoBots.
Yeah, and that's a testament, really.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing bad to say.
That's great.
It's really a shame that they didn't get the longevity that they'd really deserved,
I just can't understand why that is.
Mm-mm.
Makes no sense.
Nope.
Okay, guys, I really think that, does it for us. We'd like to thank Grufflock for having us on, and we look forward to talking with you guys again. Thank you for listening, and it's back to you, Grufflock.
Well, thank you for that.
That was entertaining and informative.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel like I know more about the GoBots.
I feel like I know more about the GoBots than I'll ever need to know.
I know Coptor, that's all I know.
And Dive.
And Dive.
He's not called Coptor, he's called a Gyro Robo.
Besides Coptor's crap, what you really need is Fightor! And you know what else you need?
Tux! Because he had a top hat.
So, we're going to move on to the listener questions now.
People still asking us questions.
No.
I think we need some kind of theme tune for this.
Doodly-doo! Listener questions.
I was thinking more like... Listener! Questions.
Yeah, I think we should have more of a death clock.
I've got one more to suggest. Toot, toot.
You're
listener
a bitch.
Questions. Well, yeah, we can have toot, toot, you're a bitch. Toot, toot, you're a bitch. Toot, toot, listener questions.
I never read it as him singing it. I just sort of... So, even though you stood me up, would you like to listen to my new pipe song? Yes, I would, Captain Picard. I would like to listen to that. Okay. Toot toot. You're a bitch.
Yeah, the tar read it. Couple of notes.
How about something simple, just like, listener questions, He-Man wasn't gay.
Because that's a lie.
Yeah.
That's like saying, listener questions, you're Ross.
That's a lie.
It is.
Okay.
I've decided.
I better go and tell my wife that I'm not me then.
Yeah. She's going to be upset.
will.
She's going to be upset.
Yeah, anyway.
Be more upset if she just went, meh.
Ah, damn it, you just wanted me for the money I had. All £6 of it.
Oof, £6 he said. Hello.
So, as I say, this is going to be quite a short episode. So we're just going
No, this race.
No, the listener questions coming. So, we're going to
to
jump on to the listener questions.
like a wild badger.
Just drum it at both hands! Yeah! like Rob on a Thursday.
Knock it off.
Okay. So, Tricky asks...
on a Thursday?
Do you say I'll ride you on a Thursday?
No, I said, what do I do on a Thursday?
That's
Grab
a
onto
promise
it.
you can take to the bank.
Jump onto it with both hands. Urgh!
Bite your neck for purchase. Yet again, like a wild badger.
So, questions. Tricky asks, given last week's Transformers as Clerks Ramble, as Clerks Ramble, here's two films and a TV show to substitute actors for bots. He's given us three, and I think we'll just go over them one by one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Top Gun.
That one's too easy. It's the Seekers. Because then you save budget. You have the planes and the actors all in one go. You don't have to have separate actors or planes.
But who would be Maverick?
Transformers gay volleyball.
Playing with the bots.
Who would be Maverick and who would be Iceman, though?
Ooh.
Well, I'm actually going to go for a slightly different answer here.
Go on then.
I'm going to go for Maverick is Starscream.
Yeah.
Iceman is Megatron. Because Megatron's going to sit inside Maverick. They're going to sit in there. Playing with the bots.
No, I want to run away from this
Well,
answer now.
technically, you could still have Tom Cruise in it because he's a robot.
Yeah, he is. His soul is from space.
No. He's going to be Superman once he's donated enough money.
Ah, that as well. Yeah. Scientology. That's all you can say
I'm
about
sure
that.
this image of Tom Cruise with a money gun just firing it at people. I'm Superman!
You can't beat Scientology though. Honestly, it rivals The Hobbit. For just fantastic fantasy.
Have you seen Battlefield Earth?
Yes,
With
actually.
Can't keep the camera on an even plane!
That's because they didn't have enough money to buy proper tripods.
They sell it to slopey midgets.
No, they had to buy cheap, nasty tripods and one of the legs kept going.
No, there was an accident in the tripod truck and they couldn't make their minds up which legs went with which, so they just jammed it all together and hoped nobody would notice. But this one goes with that one. Shut up!
Damn it, we've run out of space. Bring more slopey midgets! So, Top Gun.
Yeah, I think that's our. I
Yeah,
don't think we could top
Seekers.
that. Because that's just. To me, it
Seekers.
just makes so much sense to have Starscream.
No,
Kraken,
no,
right?
no. I'm going to take it back again. Right,
Go on.
right. Top Gun. You've got Rob as the Tom Cruise character, right?
Dude, you're getting obsessed.
No. I'm going somewhere with this.
Tell him back.
You've got Jetfire as his personal plane, and you've just got Rob flying Jetfire.
Naked beach volleyball.
Three are playing with the Rob.
Wanking in a box.
Next film, please, before we go.
Next film is The Princess Bride.
Now, I already have a good theory on this one.
Right.
Silverbolt as I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. Wesley, yeah. It just fits too well.
Oh
Yes.
no, I'm going for Skylinks.
No.
No, Skylinks would be Mr. Inconceivable!
No, if you think about this, right, you've got Soundwave as Fezzik,
Yeah.
right? So, I have got these two different types of poisons. One of these is in that one will kill you, this one will not, I shall swap. And then on the other end, you've got Skylinks going, I'll drink both of them! I can't die! I've drunk enough alcohol to kill a small world! I'm sexy, you're not! Glug, 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 I live! Aye.
I still think Skylinks is too much. I think Silverbolt. It
So-
needs to be a happy medium between the two.
Are we talking Beast Wars Silverbolt?
Yes. Just because Beast Wars Silverbolt isn't enough and Skylinks is too much. There needs to be a happy medium between the two.
Beast Links.
Yes. Silver Links. Skybolt.
Sky Silver.
But
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
could work.
I'd want Omega Supreme as the giant, whose name eludes me because I've only seen it like once.
Andre.
Yes. Oh no, Andre, but I don't have the name of the character. You twonk.
Oh god.
Yeah, fucking bite me, son. Even you can't
Fezzik.
fucking remember it.
Yeah, Fezzik's the giant.
Yeah.
Then who's the Sicilian?
The Sicilian is Vicini.
Vicini.
Okay, what about Indigo Montoya?
Wheelie. Wheelie's the name. Want to play a game? I've killed my dad. Make me sad.
I think he should be Drift because he's the only bot I've seen wield a sword who's a good guy.
I want to kick you in the nuts.
Yeah. My name is Drift. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
My name is Drift. You might have killed my father. I don't know. I haven't got any fucking backstory. I was created by IDW for a bit of a bet. McCarthy was drunk one night. Oh, McCarthy. You should see him when he's had a few. He goes down to the docks and fights sailors.
Ross, you should tell him that Drift's your favourite bot.
Oh yeah, Drift is, definitely.
I will grease up my arm and wear you like a sock puppet.
Sorry, how can you not like someone whose major power is being badass? May I point out that I don't know who Drift is?
Joking aside, all I'm going to say is Drift is a ninja robot.
And I haven't seen the Princess Bride either, so I think Drift is perfect for every role. Because he's that good.
Yes!
Even the female character.
Yes!
He's that good. He's just that awesome. He transcends gender. He's that good.
He
But
transcends
here's
some...
an important question though. Who will play the granddad and the child?
Not fucking Drift!
Cup and hot rod.
Drift, yes.
At once.
Oh, I like that. Punch and counter punch!
He's telling himself the story.
Yes! Tell me the story, Grandad. Okay then.
Miracle Max.
Miracle Max.
I'm voting Ratchet straight off.
I'm voting for Perceptor.
But I'm talking animated Ratchet, so he's just really grumpy about the fact he's going to heal you.
I was thinking more along the lines of Rat Trap.
Ooh! Rat Trap is the most Jewish New York style robot.
There's Jewish Transformers now.
Near enough.
It might as well be with Rat Bat. Rat Bat?
Rat Trap.
Rat Trap. Rat Chat. More than meets the eye. This is got derailed completely, so we're going to come to the end of this one. And finally, he asks about the Big Bang Theory. I'm going to sit back because I can't stand the Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Oh, is that TV show?
Yes.
Oh, it looks awful. I'm going to watch it.
It's really
Watch
good.
it.
Is it? It looks like the... What's the IT crowd? That was crap as well.
So it's just me and you then, Rob? I know we have one straight off the bat.
Yep. Preceptor is Sheldon.
Yes. But I think we should go off an animated one. Because then he's got no emotions or anything. Bazinga. And it would just fit better.
Yeah.
Although,
Stephen Hawking type voice.
for what I have
Bazinga.
seen of Big Bang Theory, I quite like the idea of an emotionless Perceptor with a whisk just going, stop making noises, stop making noises, why do you hate me, Daddy?
I want this robot.
Who would you have as Leonard though?
Nimoy.
He's the best Leonard.
Yeah,
Of all the Leonards, it is Leonard Nimoy.
Best of all the Leonards.
I don't know. I needed more time to think. We only came up with one. We suck.
Be better.
I'm trying to think of scientists that actually...
Wheeljack.
Wheeljack, he would be a good Leonard.
No, actually, I want Wheeljack for I can't remember his name.
Walbert.
Yes,
I was going to say
because
Rat.
he's more of an engineer than a scientist. I think that fits better.
I was going to
Plus,
say...
I like the idea of him going around skeezing on girls.
I was going to say Rhinox for that one.
I just bring up like skeezing on girls. Is that like scatting?
No, as in just being really shitty ways of chatting them up.
Alright, skeezing on someone just sounds quite disgusting and fun.
Just don't.
I've got a bag of skis. I'm looking at you.
Oh, I can't think of
I've got an empty bag and some Movicol. I'm going to be squeezing on you
Who
soon.
would you have as Raj though?
Mirage.
Who doesn't talk?
Mirage.
Mirage could work.
Yeah, you got a pun there. That's good enough.
What's a me? Important question. Who will be Will Wheaton? Or do we just have Will Wheaton showing up anyway?
Just have Will
Patrick Stewart will be playing. Patrick Stewart will be playing Will Wheaton.
Oh, self-hating Will Wheaton. I hate the boy. I am the boy.
And then you can have an episode where William Shatner plays Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god. I just couldn't.
I can't handle that.
I love
Number 2. Make it so. Ah!
Tea, Earl Grey. Hot.
Beep beep. You're a bitch. Greenwich Mean is the next question, and he has 3 questions.
Huh?
First question is, do you have the power to surprise, or do you need to be stronger, faster, better?
I have the power to
I'm
surprise.
certainly stronger, faster, better because all modes are for wimps.
I've been eating this Nucleon. Nom nom nom
Nom,
nom
nom, nom,
nom.
nom, nom. Why can't I change?
Oh,
I have the power to surprise.
do you?
Yeah, but I don't use it very often. I don't like to.
That would ruin the power to surprise. You can't keep doing it.
Especially with those guns.
I don't have guns at the minute. I have wet noodles.
You heard it first here, folks. Rob's got a wet noodle. No tickets to this gun show.
The gun show is in rehearsals.
This carnival is over.
Free noodles for everyone.
Providing their name is Jetfire.
Noodles, self-tape to guns.
That's going to be a meal and a half. Scared to put my fork in.
But the 8mm are a bitch.
I mean, my bowl of noodles keeps shooting me. Why would a noodle need a handle?
Why is there gunpowder in my noodles?
And guns.
That's the question though. Would you be more upset by finding gunpowder in your noodles or finding a gun?
Gunpowder? Because at least when you find a gun, you know it's all there.
What would you do if you only... Sorry, I got too excited and nearly choked. What would you do if you only found half a gun in your noodles?
Look for that.
You got a gun? What's worse than finding a gun in your noodles? Finding half a gun in your noodles.
Realising you've eaten
There's
your
another
half.
answer to that, and
Yeah.
I refuse to say that on air.
Thank you, Dave Spikey, because that is a hilarious joke.
So Greenwich Mean's question has been answered. It is worse to find half a gun in your noodles.
The question is, do you have the power to surprise, or do you need to be stronger, faster, better? The answer is, you could find half a gun in your noodles.
Well, me and Rob answered.
We turned left on that one.
Me and Rob answered. Screw the lot of yous.
If you could bring back an old Marvel comic, toy design, Ironhide, Bumblebee, etc., who would it be and why?
Probably none of them.
Oh no, I want Ironhide. With his lack of head. And his amazing skateboard.
Do if you can, that's the G1 release.
Yeah, well, I want that.
Oh, you just want that as Ironhide from now on, not
Yeah.
a proper robot?
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't want actual Ironhide. I want that piece of shit. I want that, because that thing's crazy. Have you ever seen it smile? It's actually worse than Bumblebee.
No,
It's like it's the type
terrible.
of smile that stares at you through your bedroom window and goes, "You can turn the light off now. It's all right. I won't come in." It's weird.
Can you believe I actually lived with this man?
Yeah,
I think I did as well.
Yes, you have also lived with me.
Yes. In 2 houses, actually, 200 miles for a while.
How did we survive?
I didn't.
Sturdy padlock and a shotgun.
I'm obviously a zombie.
Oh my god! Oh, it's a zombie!
I want brains! Steak? Steak will do.
Brains. Are you asking about something you want to eat, or just being happy about the one thing that's kept you alive throughout this zombie apocalypse? Hungry.
I've got brains.
Didn't want to lie. Rob, you going to answer the question?
What was the question?
I haven't a clue.
Has this one lost you completely?
This one has lost me completely.
Say Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
There you go. Ross.
Top top.
Yes, I demand a classics top tour.
It's Gyro Robo!
I want a 5-pack, and it's just 5 cop tours in various poses.
Was there a Blur? I like Blur.
Yes, we'll go for original design Blur. It's
Yay!
exactly the same.
I've got one of those, but I lost the shield.
Winner!
So it looks really gay when you put it in car form without the shield. It's
Yeah.
really different.
Mine has the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a nice donation from my mate Mike a few years ago and he just gave me all his old Transformers. And one of them was Target Master Blur.
Because one thing you need is more Transformers.
I'm running out of oxygen, let alone space.
I'm living in the shed. All the Transformers have took the living room and they won't share.
How weird would that be, though? If you had to move into the shed because all of your toys, led by Roadblock, is just sitting there staring at you.
Go to sleep, you little trashy.
I have to buy a new bed. Unicron won't budge on.
There was 3 in the bed, and I'm the only one that's human.
There was 3 in the bed and Unicron at the world.
How weird would that be, though?
What if you woke up in the night and Unicron was eating the world?
No.
Yeah, I imagine that would be a little surreal.
If you woke up one morning and Unicron and the Primus figures had crawled from the shelves and got into bed with you.
Snuggled up.
Man flesh.
For some reason, I've just got this image of the Unicron figure riding your cat around the house. Forward! Bring me kibble!
I just know I'm going to get home and I'm going to try and do it.
You should not sell Transformers to cats.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to get him in a pose and then put him on top of Sally and hopefully she'll sit for 2 seconds while I take a photo.
That's like that's just giving me horrid ideas.
Of what?
You can't power links the rats.
No, I've just had visions of
Rat 1 and Rat 2 combine to make a mess.
I just
Spits on the floor.
visions of
Sticky hands.
shooting them with the two Transformers and a little shattered glass of Ravage sat at the end of the bed. Hi! I was going to be quiet, but I wanted to say hello.
I'm dead in my Twitter gone, Mark. Ah! Yes, Shattered Glass Ravage, we know you're there. Fuck off! How can I be that angry? I fucking love Shattered Glass Ravage.
I'm blogging! I'm blogging!
I updated my blogs! Ah!
I'll put new photos on Facebooks!
So you get the idea of basically Shattered Glass is like the evil universe. Where all the good guys are evil. So stealthy Ravage becomes really loud and shouting Ravage that's really happy and just wants to be your friend. And talks like a lolcat. Okay, French pie!
I mean, Rodimus Prime becomes useful.
He became an evil douchebag with a beard. Fair enough.
He had it installed 6.3 breams ago.
Because as you know, anyone who's evil has a beard.
Well, that's us 4 taking over the world then.
There's plenty of beards in here.
It means in the Shattered Glass universe we would be beardless.
Yeah.
Shit, man, I've got no chin.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Oh my god, he's
What do you think I feel? Without the beard, I just look like the largest baby in the world.
You do actually, you do look like a 7-year-old Bristol schoolgirl.
We need to shave Adam.
I did once. I was in the bath and I got bored, so I decided to shave my face. And I looked in the mirror and cried.
Oh, I'm fat ugly! The beard hid it all!
I was once shaving my beard, sneezed and took a chunk out of it.
Oh,
I had to take the entire thing off. And I swear to God, I should have just worn a dress and pigtails.
Yeah.
Because people just went, look at the little girl. Oh my God!
So the worst part is you look like your younger brother dressing up as you. It freaks me out when you've got no beard.
Yeah, but when he actually did that, it was when I was living with him, and he'd gone back to his parents, came back, and he just stood there at the door going, "Okay, guys, don't laugh." And me and Glenn are just looking at each other going, "What?" And then all of a sudden he walked in, and we both just like went. Freaky.
I
So
go.
the answer to that question was Adam looks like a girl without beard.
So the question there was, if you could bring back an old Marvel comic toy design.
And my answer was Adam without a beard. Actually, no, I do have one idea, and this will cheer him up immensely. I'm pointing to Rob.
Oh yeah.
Jetfire. Because I would always like to see a figure of that design.
Ah, in fact, I'm going to go with you there and go Roadbuster. Anything that's taken from the old Bandai molds. Whirl. Love to see a proper Whirl.
Well, no, because they did have figures. I meant more as it's either way really, but I was
Yeah.
thinking more along the lines of.
All this is the
figure
old
like
Marvel
that.
comic, old toy design. So, because the original Marvel comic stuff it was the original toys.
Yeah. Like
So,
the first few issues was all
I'm assuming that's
you
what he
had
means.
Ironhide and Ratchet with the sleds.
Super sleds. Yeah. All right then. So we're unanimous then. Unanimous. Unanimous.
I think we're unanimous.
Yeah. We're unanimous. Is that when a group is anonymous?
Yes.
We're unanimous.
No one knows who each other is.
Yes,
Who are you? I don't know.
It's unanimous. Adam looks like a girl without his beard.
Yes, that is unanimous.
I think Stu just broke.
That was a laugh of an aroused man.
That is like my proverbial red ring of death.
Quickly, redo him from start. Reboot him.
Quick, put a towel around him.
Put him
Keep
in
him
the
up,
air
it'll
and
work.
Send him back to his maker. Number 3. What's your favourite item sent by a fan of the show?
Well, there was this really large pair of, like, bloomers. I don't know who sent them, but it's pretty much the only thing I've received.
I think it was from Mum. She hopes you enjoy them.
Didn't one of you get a vibrator covered in blood?
What?
Oh no, I was dreaming that one.
Well, I'll tell you what have we had sent in? We've had a My Cobra Commander,
Yeah, your Cobra Commander
which is awesome.
from Greenwich, Maine.
Yes.
I got a Skeletor
Uh-huh.
from Greenwich, Maine.
So hang on, it's
Did he ask this question
hang
as
on,
well?
he's Greenwich
This
Maine
question
asking
is
which
by
we think is the
Greenwich
best thing
Maine.
that he sent us because he's the only person to have sent us stuff.
What was my bestest present ever?
Well, mine was Cobra Commander.
Mine was Skeletor.
There we go. Because
I haven't had one.
That's all we've been sent.
Oh,
So-
Rob needs a present.
Rob doesn't want a present.
I'll take an N65.
I want a PS5.
Travel to the future.
They made a meat out
Bring
of
a PS5.
Yeah, they're just like a brain that you punch.
It's a brain with a CD slot.
Yes, okay, I'll put a game in.
I was talking about somebody. I was talking to somebody about meat SDs, and I'm trying to think what it was.
Meat SD.
Yeah, in case your brain gets too full, you just get a meat SD and you put it into your head.
Yeah, but I'd eat them.
I'm just going to start calling
Get
it.
smarter.
I'm hungry, but do I really need my childhood? No.
Tasty memories.
Speaking of stuff like that, Mythbusters were doing a myth on, like, is it better to be hit with an empty or a full beer bottle in a bar fight?
Be full, I would have thought. Be the worst.
It's the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
But they for the myth to see how the brain moved and stuff, they had this clear plastic sort of jug, which was the skull.
Yeah.
And then they got a brain from one of those anatomy sets.
All
Made a
right.
mold of it and made jelly brains.
Yes.
So they had these jelly brains wobbling about, and at the end of the experiment, you've got like Adam there doing his thing to the camera about, this is what happened, and then he looks down a little head thing that he's got next to him and goes, do you remember when I was swinging those bottles at your head? And he takes a spoon and just digs a large portion out the brain and goes, no, you don't. And he's like going, what a happy memory.
That show was so awesome.
Have you ever seen that Deadliest Warrior?
Yes.
That's awesome. Basically, you just get jelly things and hit it with axes for half an hour. Show and a half, that like.
Ballistics gel hybrid.
The
I've used
IRA
several times.
versus the Taliban
In a car park. Oh my god, I laughed.
I actually cried.
Why isn't that a
I've
computer
never
game?
actually seen that.
Oh, it's good.
They're making one.
Yeah, they are.
I really do
found
hope
one thing about
they put on the IRA versus the Taliban in a car park in the game.
they so won't.
That'd be amazing.
I just loved it when the Spetsnaz beat the
Yeah.
Marines.
Oh, the Spetsnaz were awesome though. That guy who just told the other guy to punch him in the chest to prove how hard he was. No, really punch me. Poof. I'm rock hard, mate. He was awesome.
It's the fact that they had a ballistics knife that they could fire the blade off, and what did the Americans have? They had a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah, the other weapons, they had a shovel versus essentially a flying blade. Spetsnaz wins. Anyway, so the answer to that one, which is the best toy, Spetsnaz.
Or the IRA versus the Taliban in the car park.
I think
Best toy ever.
I think I'm forcing tangents at the moment.
I have a suggestion to make. I think Mr. DHD should be an all lock-in for future listener questions because it makes it seem less insane.
Yay!
It's true.
And if there's any complaints about going off topic, you can blame him.
Yep, let me. I don't give a crap what the internet thinks of me.
So far, we haven't been able to get to the cop show starring, what was it? Punch, Counter Punch, Many Faces, and... Who was the other one?
Blitzwing.
Oh, Blitzwing. One... I don't know if you've heard this.
No.
Somehow...
That's the idea of many faces being in a cop show.
Oh no.
Because he has
Many Faces.
No, he should be in 18.
No, this cop show...
Face. It works.
This cop show has Blitzwing,
Right.
who has 3 faces and 3 distinct personalities.
Okay.
Many Faces, who has 3 faces and 3 distinct personalities.
Right.
And Punch Counter Punch, who has 2 faces and 2 distinct personalities.
That's the GoBot, not GoBot, sorry, that's the Transformer that's both, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
both male and female. Transvestites, men in disguise.
English knickers.
One cop is the good cop.
Yeah.
One cop is the bad cop.
Yeah.
Third cop is the crazy eating the shit off the wall nuts cop. But it changes on a regular basis. Who's who?
You think you've got them locked down with who's who, and then they fucking spin and change.
That's like the idea of when they all go to the shit-eating one. So for a cop show, you've got half an hour of 3 robots eating shit from walls. Who put the shit there to start with? No one knows, but it's entertainment.
He just cuts away, and there's Skeletor going, "I put the poop there."
This will help me take over Eternia.
Eternia? I'm off to Chicago. Nah, you never catch me, He-Man.
First Eternia, then Chicago.
And
The battle cry of all warlords.
First Eternia, then Chicago, then I don't know, San Angeles, maybe, I don't know. I'll discuss it later.
What's happening in My Little Pony world? I'm having that.
Well, maybe he just likes the deep dish pizza.
From My Little Pony
You
world.
watched Simpsons last night, then?
No.
Ah, fair enough.
It's like he's going to Chicago, deep dish pizza.
Don't want Chicago. There's nothing else. That's it. Stop looking at me. I want Illinois.
Is there any more questions?
Yes. Yeah, 2 more questions.
Oh, what?
God.
From one person. Nafoff asks, if you could design an upgrade kit, who would it be for and why?
Ooh.
I think I know who Nafoff actually is in real life.
Yes, you should.
It's your brother, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting his questions answered, because he's family.
Favouritism. Favouritism.
He's getting his question answered because he put questions on there.
That's also actually a pretty good question. Because there's already been a Magnus, there's a Rodimus coming out. Yes, please, I want that so much.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
there's
quite
already
impressed
been,
with the Rodimus, what I've seen.
Yeah, there's already been the Silver Bowl, the Superion set.
Yeah.
And we'll count the Bruticus stuff.
The Bruticus
as well,
one's coming
even
out.
though that's 2 separate figures, but it's upgrades.
Yeah,
for
the Crossfire
figure,
set's coming out. Devastator? Devastator? The Devastator Maximus?
It's a bit of an obvious one. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Trying to think. Power Master Prime.
That would be nice. To take the Henkei and Classics Prime. That would be really nice.
If following the usual method of it, it would be fucking huge. Because his chest would be the truck.
Yeah.
With a bigger head on. He would be a huge kit. But I think that could be freaking awesome.
I'm going to go for a Universe Galvatron upgrade kit. Takes Universe Galvatron, makes it good.
Right, so it melts it down and gives you a new figure.
Yes. Or Rutter for Bludgeon. Rutter for Bludgeon upgrade kit. New head.
See, I've not got that much of a problem with the head. Yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be awesome actually. A Pretender shell for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yet again, it would be huge. All I'm wanting is hugely expensive things that I will never be able to afford.
And if you thought about it in logic terms, it would be, I'm human!
Well, that was the idea with Pretenders anyway.
Yeah,
At least the Decepticons didn't hide it and went, yeah, we're actually giant monsters.
Unless the Stranglehold, where he's wearing Tom Selleck.
It's Burt Reynolds.
Tom Selleck.
It's Burt Reynolds.
Tom Selleck.
You put a cowboy out and put him on a car and he'll drive cross country.
Put a pair of Speedos, it's Magnum.
Both valid arguments.
It's Burt Reynolds because he's the bandit and Bludgeon is Iceman in the truck.
15, love.
When Carnival has his dog. That's it. I'm redoing Smokey and the Bandit with Pretenders, and Smokey is Prowl.
Can't be Iceman's dog.
No, because that's Carnivac, because there is a Decepticon who changes into a wolf and has a Pretender shell, so that's his dog.
It all fits a bit too well. Game, set,
match.
Yeah,
Dark Ages.
Stu won.
Yes.
Rob?
Oh, buy me the figures and I will make that film. He's on the line.
So Greenwich, in answer to an earlier question of yours, the best items sent are Pretenders for Stu to remake Smokey and the Bandit frame by frame.
And then I'll do Smokey and the Bandit 3 where Burt
Smokey
Reynolds
is the bandit.
where he's not even in it, when Smokey's not even in it till the very end, and it's a badly redone shot from one of the earlier films.
But he was in it though. Burt Reynolds was in the whole movie, but then it wasn't him or something.
No.
Yeah, it was something stupid.
It's really
but yeah,
odd.
Like,
Well-
he was only in like that. He was in for like 10 seconds, and it was cut from the whole
No.
film.
It started off as Iceman,
Yeah.
but as soon as he got in the car, it was actually Burt Reynolds for the rest of the movie.
Was it?
I'm sure it was.
No, I don't think it is.
'Cause I remember it being weird because it wasn't actually the thing. Because he wasn't actually Burt Reynolds, but it was. I'm sure he was the actual actor in the movie, but he wasn't playing the bandit or something.
Don't think so.
That's not the one with the fish, though. It's fish. The one with the fish on the roof. Is that number 2?
Yeah, that's number 3.
That's number 3. Yeah, I'm sure it's actually Burt Reynolds. Hang on.
I've just had a better idea. Smokey is Prowl, but
Yes.
he needs his idiot son, so he takes Streetwise.
Street Star.
Oh yeah, but Streetwise.
Yeah, okay. Street Star's black.
Dirty Kepper. We shouldn't go down there, actually. That's a bit of a hotbed at the moment.
Yeah, let's not
go there.
Let's not go down the South African route. Second question. WTF and TFW recently went on a tangent of nerdom getting older. What are your thoughts on this if you heard it?
Not heard it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh well.
That was a good listener question to put in, Adam. Well done.
So not out of the 4 of us, none of us listened to it.
Well, as far as I can tell,
it's. I remember Vangelis having a thing about how we're going into a new sort of thing where the nerds aren't. It's not like Star Trek nerds used to be back in the sort of 80s, where you get like 40-year-old people. It's now more socially acceptable to be a great big flaming geek about
Well,
things.
yeah, because numerous people I meet, I go, oh yeah, collect Transformers. The first ones out of the mouth are usually, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're now at this point where we've got people who were into these fandoms from the very beginning, who are now going into their middle 30s.
Yeah.
You know, some of them going into the early 40s. And so in 10 years' time, we're going to have people who are going to be going into their 50s, who are great big flaming geeks.
Yeah.
Well, you get that of any kind of thing, though. I mean, because there's now people who are 70 who are really into skiffle. It's just it's just what people are into.
Yeah, but it's more along the lines of because it's such a strange nerdom thing, and geekdom is now this quite socially acceptable thing. Is it going to keep going? Are we going to have 50, 60-year-olds who are still going down to the local toy shop to buy?
I suppose it's just whatever.
Well, to be
there's no real difference between that and building trains.
Yeah,
to be completely honest with you, I'd see it as, that will happen, because I know for a fact I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, I don't see me coming out of
the one thing Becca's always said to me is if we ever have kids, the only toys they'll get are ones that I want to play with too.
Yeah.
It's
my
just
favourite
whatever.
would be you buy 2.
I think
That is my one, that is your one, go play.
It's just a case of whatever.
Here you go, have your Ultra Magnus upgrade kit. Gaga! No!
It's just to me, it's like whatever people are passionate about stays with them for their entire lives.
Yeah.
This is the first generation where there's been things like that to be actually into.
Yeah, because we started this off in the 80s.
Yeah.
And being children of the 80s, we've had this wonderful...
Yeah, it's the same with computer games. Computer games are going to go the same way because they've never been available to an older generation.
Yeah.
Although I have had quite a few older people coming in asking about computer games, like I had one guy...
was he asking about Wii games?
No, he was asking about...
Brain training.
Medal of Honor on the PS2.
Was he there originally, wanted to see the realism?
I shot that Nazi, I wonder what it's like on this game. It's exactly the same, except I didn't cry.
Look, there's Jim! Jim was in the war with me, they put him in the game! That's realism.
Where's the button where I shit myself in terror?
No, he was saying about he'd played all the others and he wanted another one. It was just kind of like, when you just get... You're used to all these sort of granddads coming in and buying games for the little kids, the little grandchildren.
I understand it.
Yeah, and then you just got this guy going, I absolutely love these games, is there enough of one? And it's just like, dude, I'm going to be you.
That is going to be us.
Well, to me, it boils down to the fact that nowadays it's not uncommon to see an old man with a library of books. When we get to their age, it's not going to be uncommon to see someone with a library of toys, a library of DVDs, or a library of games. It's just whatever the modern medium is at the time.
The gaming side of it, one of the service users I work with, he bought himself a PS3 just after Christmas.
Boo! Boo! Big balls, boo!
And he's 62.
Sugar next.
I wasn't there. I didn't stop it. And he's playing games on that. Granted, he's not getting into things like Grand Theft Auto or anything.
Good.
But he's still playing. I'm trying to think what he had. I know he's played Bayonetta for a while.
Oh.
Not Bayonetta, sorry. The other one, the terrible one.
Oh,
Heavenly Sword.
Oh, Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
I'm going to say this right now. Heavenly Sword is not brilliant, but it has good points.
It's not Dante's Inferno, so
I know
Two of them.
But even then, no, it's not very
No.
diverging away. I wouldn't find it very. I wouldn't compare it up against.
There's
Bayonetta,
no need
yeah?
to say diverging away. It's
Yeah,
what we do.
It's what we did. But just briefly comparing it next to Bayonetta. To me, Bayonetta is an all-out. Look at this. It's a kinky sex fest. Oh, she's got naked when she does a big attack.
Yeah.
I never felt that with Heavenly Sword.
No.
Okay.
I never felt that
It-
once.
To
with
be
it.
honest,
no,
I
agree.
didn't actually feel anything with Heavenly Sword. I put it on and went, oh my god, I want to tear my eyes out. This is so dull and boring.
But they weren't,
I still
they
enjoyed
weren't,
it.
they weren't selling it on sex though.
No.
They didn't sell that game on sex, where I think they have done with Bayonetta, which I think feels bad because I think it's deprived me of probably what's a good game. But I won't
To
play
be
it
honest,
because it's selling it on sex.
I tried it. I tried Bayonetta, and it was a good game. It was Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Yeah.
it was Devil May Cry with everything turned up to 11.
Yeah.
It was really good, but for some reason, it could have been the fact that, you know, she kept saying things like, "Do you want to touch me?" and "Oh, that's a little naughty."
Yeah. That's
But-
why I won't play
But
that game.
It's exactly why
it didn't work for me.
a friend of ours, Glenn,
Yeah.
he got 3 or 4 levels into it, turned it
Yeah.
off, and never wanted to play it again.
Yeah.
He said the game was good, but Bayonetta ruined it.
Well,
the
you would-
character
I would-
herself
I would
ruined
feel
it.
embarrassed playing it. If I
Yeah.
was sitting there playing it, my wife come home from work, I'd be like, ooh, like watching porn or something like that. Apart from without enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh my god, and switch
Oh, I
off.
wasn't playing Bayonetta.
I wasn't playing Bayonetta. Look, no, I'm playing the Godfather. It's just selling on sex.
Yeah.
Which is what he asked about.
That's it. That's
So,
it.
in answer
that was my
to
brief defense
the
of Heavenly
tangent,
Sword.
the tangent of Nerdum getting older, Bayonetta is sold on sex.
Yeah, Bayonetta is sold on sex.
And Heavenly Sword wasn't that bad.
Now, I think on that question, it's actually a decent question, but it's just a case of it's going to be more commonplace to see a library of
Collection
stuff.
of games.
Yeah, collection of games, collection of figurines, collection
Yeah.
of comic books.
Yeah.
It's going to be as commonplace as seeing collections of
Well,
actual.
as I
guns.
say,
Look at
it's
Grandad's
now-
dusty PS1 games.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more socially acceptable to be the big
Yeah.
flaming geeks that we all are.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Well,
it wasn't though.
considering gaming's gone from being, you know, you had the kids that used to get picked on because they played on Nintendo or something
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, big opinion, Nintendo.
Yeah, rather than, you know, going out and playing football or whatever, to the fact that, you know, every kid has a games console now,
Yeah.
unless, you know, they're severely deprived or
Yeah.
something.
It is just one of those cases. It's with any. It's not just games. It's with everything. It's the same with movies as well. You don't see very many older people with libraries of movies because they weren't as acceptable. They weren't as easy to buy or come
Yeah,
across.
they weren't as widespread.
Yeah, well, you could see them in the cinema, but
Yeah.
you couldn't really for someone
Yeah.
who's like
Well,
in
yeah,
the 70s now. You couldn't go out and buy a movie they've seen in the cinema.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, it's the sort of early to middle 80s before
Yeah.
films on VHS became
Yeah.
a widespread thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
So-
anybody that's 70 now would have been 50 then.
Exactly. So there wouldn't have been. So where you get libraries of books now, it then went from books to movies, and it went now from movies to games.
Yeah.
They're the big mediums, but also you got the subcultures of comic books, toys, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Which are
And
being,
hentai.
which
And
are
hentai.
being raped at the minute for all their ideas to put into movies and games.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't care. Iron Man 2 looks awesome.
Next Friday!
Oh,
Gonna
yes.
go to see that!
It does look absolutely fantastic.
There's a lot of
I'm
crap
not, I'm, not,
superhero
I'm, not,
movies.
I'm not saying anything bad about the fact that they're drudging up all comic book heroes for movies.
I am.
Some of them are really good, but
Some of them are really bad.
some of them are really bad.
But to me,
I'm not going to be pleased until I see Clone Saga. 5 hours long, doesn't make any sense. Greatest art house movie ever.
I'm not going to be happy until I see the Steel movie again.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm not gonna be happy
I
with
like
that.
the shaft on this.
I never make the 3-point shots. I'm so stereotypically black.
Shaquille O'Neal, of course, is stereotypically black.
Lordy, I never roam again if you give me chicken.
See, the thing is, I really love the character of Steel. When I saw there was a
the one
Steel
in the
movie-
comics or the one in the film?
The one in the comics.
Guy can't even climb a building. Throws himself at ledges and then hangs there until a cast member helps him up. He's awful.
That's the thing. You had this brilliant character, and they just made him shit.
This suit's too heavy. I can't climb over. It's made of rubber. You're fine. No, it's too heavy.
I like the idea that Shaq O'Neal's got this working class Yorkshire accent.
Hey,
would have
lad,
been-
I'm going down to play a game with Lakers.
Hey, yo, put that bike down or I'll hit you with my hammer.
And we know that Adam's going to be distraught with the Avengers movie because Nick Fury will not be played by the Hoff.
Yeah.
Well, no, but we knew that because it's Samuel L. Jackson, isn't it? And
It is, but
Yeah, but
they've retrofitted everything so it looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well,
I know, they haven't in the original thing, it's still Nick
Nick.
Fury's wife.
Really?
It's Ultimates where they've...
Oh, it's just the Ultimates, is it?
Yeah.
And then from day one they went, we're going to make it look like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea, actually, though. I like that
Just a
idea.
little twist on why
Yeah,
not?
Samuel L. Jackson, brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But it can't take away from the genius that is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., starring David Hasselhoff.
They should have done a crossover with the Captain America movie. They're on the same caliber.
Anyway, should we move on? Because I don't know if there's any more questions.
No, we're done with questions.
Hey!
We just started talking there. It was quite good.
Alright.
And now you've drawn attention to that. I'll make this end.
Yeah, we should do it at some point.
Well,
this was going to be a short lock-in, isn't it?
Yeah, first time I said it was going to be a short one.
right, yes, okay, fine, we'll draw it to a close. Right, well, thank you very much for listening. I apologise for the shortness.
Shortness of this hour-plus ramble through listener questions.
53 minutes. So,
Goddamn!
Well, I have to remember though, that's 53 minutes without the add-on that you put in the middle.
yes,
That we all listen to in real time.
yes.
Don't ruin the magic!
There's no magic.
Quiet! Why are you order?
You said 53 minutes, it would have been a lie. I was just correcting you.
So, we're gonna close this down now. I would like to thank everybody who's been with me, except the people who are in the room.
Hey.
All right, Bludgeon can be thanked.
Yay!
Thank you, Bludgeon.
That you couldn't transform back and I did in first try.
Kick you
what about Drift? I think we all owe Drift.
Yeah, we all owe
Thank
Drift a
you.
big
Thank
fan
you,
this week.
Drift.
Thank you, Drift.
I want to dedicate this lock-in to Drift because he's awesome.
I'm going to dedicate this lock into your swollen testicles when
I
I'm
think-
finished.
I think I'd like to dedicate my life to Drift because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be alive, and we all know this is true.
Bye!